Good afternoon, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. It is the day after Boxing Day, so 27th of December 2024. And I'm in my pyjamas. They're not pyjamas I sleep in. I'm too hot. Too hot sleeping in pyjamas. These are pyjamas that I lounge around in. So, yeah, didn't have a very good night. Woke up lots, got up to visit the loo lots. I don't know. I have been drinking a lot of water. I have finally got a Stanley mug. Oh, can I tip it up or not? I'm sure most of you know what a Stanley mug is, but can you see it or not? I don't know. For those of you that don't, I think it holds 40 ounce. I've been after one for a long time. I don't know if they're expensive in the US and Canada, but they're really expensive here in the UK. I think they're about 50, just for a plain one like that, 50 odd pound. Anyway, managed to get one a lot less than that here in the UK. It's black, so you probably saw I've got pretty things on it to brighten it up, but I'm not bothered about the colour particularly, not for that sort of money. I'm bothered about drinking I think it is 40 ounces of water. Yeah, I only started yesterday, so yeah, that's probably why I was up in the night a lot. However, that's perhaps a bit too much information for most of you. But yeah, that's why I'm in my pyjamas. It is 12 o'clock. I've literally got out of bed about 15-20 minutes ago. Had some toast, and I thought I'd crack on having half an hour here on my desk before I start my day. So, did I show you everything that my desk looked like then or not? I don't know. So I got out, or started tidying, which means I got out all my... I don't know about the camera angle, sorry. Oh, someone's carol alarm's going off. Oh, that wasn't long. They're obviously at it. Scraps. So really tiny scraps of lace, fabric. I've always saved them. I'm a real micro scrap manager, as you know, and don't like to part with anything scrap wise. I am much better at it these days, but not so much with fabric. I'm pretty bad with fabric. So this is what I used to do with them. I would save them in bits like this, which would be made into, where are they? Where is it? I've got one on here somewhere that we did not long before Christmas that hasn't got any further yet. Hasn't got the buttons stitched on it yet. What's this? Snippet. So pieces like that are made into snippet roll. Bits of fabric spares that I have, or fabric that I know I don't use for anything else. I just literally, chop them up into little squares. So that'll have been from a cover. There'd have been a strip left from making a cover. Anything like this. Just cut them up into fun little bits and keep them in a bag. There's a strip there ready to make. It's like bias binding, isn't it? It's to make another snippet roll on. So yeah, keep it all. Sometimes I stitch them, put them together like this, and then stitch the buttons onto them. Yeah, but I love doing these. But I get so many that I'll never use these all, in a year. Maybe not 3 years. So once I've got a certain amount of those, I stop doing that. So these were ready for that, but obviously I've not had a session putting the buttons on for a while. And then what have we got in here? Oh, these are like when I sew, sometimes I get those squares and I sew them in a big long line. Put them together and sew them in a line on my sewing machine. There's a zigzag across, kind of like that. And then cut them up into the little squares ready to have something stitched on them or stuck on them or whatever. So you can see I've also got ruffles. I've got these bits here which are ends of snippet rolls that I've made in the past, and you just get little bits left. They're all from that. That was obviously a wild and wacky one I'd started on. Yep, little bits that's been cut off from something. That's a frill. Okay, so I've got all this and more. Yeah, more. Look, these lovely things that Debbie has sent me. Beautiful bits and pieces. There's a bit of a cluster on card. Yep. There's more. What's in here? Oh, look at that. Yeah, so basically snippety bits. Oh yeah, these are the lovely, like applique pieces. Yeah, I've got tons of it going on. And as the video yesterday, I want to try and stop hoarding these things, much as I love owning them, and actually start using them. So these were all in a bag of end snippet bits, you know, that I've either made up or cut bits off. And this long one, like I say. So I've dug out of my partly made covers this, which is a small envelope. Just it's just got fabric glued on it. I've literally glued this one on this morning. So it was a white envelope one side. This one has been glued on a long time. That's I can't remember what it is, silk, linen or something like that. Yeah, and I thought I would lay these on and make a journal. I'm going to make myself a journal for my healthy new year. So I did go back to Slimming World yesterday and got weighed. Now I haven't I've not gone back onto my diet so far. Healthy eating, whatever you want to call it. It's not restrictive. I'm not restrictive eating. I do oh, I want it all now. I do I'm just showing you what I'm going to do with them, lay them out. Oops. What do you call it? Intermittent fasting. Yeah, I do that, which I guess is kind of restricting, but it's only restrictive eating time-wise, not, you know, as what you eat. And I've got a bit here that I want to cut off, so let's back out the new fabric scissors. I haven't used them yet, so I do want it to hang over the end, because that's going to fill a nice bit in there. Perhaps we don't want it. I mean, look, I filled a cover with all that. Maybe want that under a bit. I'm going to have to take it off. Well, I don't know. Do I have to take it off? Perhaps not. Yeah, I put the fabric on, so when there's pieces like that, you know, if it ends up like that, now I can always grab something from here. This. She's going to be particular about what she grabs, yeah, and just put it on there like that. I'm going to actually, now, there's the problem, Denise. I was going to say I'm going to stitch it on, but that's going to spoil the other side of my fabric now, isn't it? See, I'm doing it. I'm doing it with you, thinking it through with you. Yeah, I should have done it on 2 envelopes. I should have stuck that. Wait a minute. I've probably got more here. This is my box of part made. Has that got my address on there? Yes. As long as it didn't have someone else's address, that's what I was bothered about. Yeah, part made covers. Not finished by any stretch of the imagination yet. I knew I had some more here. Yeah, I should have done it on one, you know, on one side without something on the back. And then when you put the two together, all the sewing on the back is inside. Yeah, I don't want those colours. I really wanted it. Oh, that's a lighter colour. Look, I'm going to say I wanted a lighter colour. Right, let's see what I can do here. Maybe I can take that off there, because I have only just stuck it with what do you call the Pritt stick thing? Glue stick, that's it. It wasn't Pritt stick. I'll show you it in a minute, because I'm going to do it again. Yeah, so I do need 2 of them together. That's attached itself quite well, hasn't it, in the short amount of time. It was literally 10 minutes ago when I did it. That's pretty good. It's only to hold it in place while I sew it as well. Right, so which one do I want now as my... I want this one as the inside, although I do like that now. Let's move that one there. I'm not going to have to stick it again, am I? Because they're both stuck on. Which one do I want for the behind one? I'm going to sew it onto this one, I think, and I'll have that as my inside, which once I've sewn it, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so, yeah, I didn't need it two-sided. Now, they're all going to go on a completely different place again, I suspect. I want the most frilly bits over the, if there is a most frilly bit, over the outside. I had a long piece down here, didn't I, that one? Yeah, so the outside's really frilly and hanging over and what have you. here we go again. It's a bit like a jigsaw, but it all works. You don't have to find the right piece. Just put it wherever you want. See, that's more frilly, I feel, on that side than it is there. So that's kind of the side I want there. I'm going to sew it on. I'm not going to sew it on camera. I just thought I might, you might enjoy seeing what I was doing. Yeah, like that. And shall we have this one here? So we've got some really frilly. That one looks like it's just, yeah, that one's just hand stitch, slow stitching, which is another thing I didn't mention yesterday that I want to get into doing. Although, yeah, if the nails will allow, I don't know. I'm going to have to invest in some needle threaders and thread lots of needles when Neil's here, I think, because I can't pick them up. Oh, excuse my tummy if you heard it. You maybe didn't, but it's just saying thank you for the toast. Seeing as it's, yeah, I've done a 16-hour fast. Well, sort of a fast, if you like, just to get me back into it. So it's not been fed for a while. So it's just saying thank you. Oh, have I got more hanging over the edge than I did have? I think I probably have, because I've got a bigger gap now. Which way do I like you? I don't know. I definitely got a bigger gap now, but that's fine. I've got this. Perhaps you went in there, or you can do. That one in there. Oh, grabbed it all. So of course I could put glue on this as well and glue this down, but I don't think there's any need. And my poor old sewing machine is really suffering. Do we want you on the outside? I think I might. No, she's going to be a pest. Suffering with, you know, the glue. That's my tummy. The glue issue. Even when it's dry, the glue, not the machine. Even when it's dry, it's still there, the glue. So it's still put you on there, mate. Oops, right way up. Yep. Yeah, it still goes onto your needle, is what I was trying to say. Not very well. So these have got all kind of square edges, which is why I prefer them in the middle. So you that way under there. Yep. Some parts of it are bound to be completely hidden. Do I want you under there? Unless you spend hours, which, you know, I might if I wasn't filming, but perhaps you there now. I have still got a gap there, but like I say, I've got plenty to choose from. Which are the ones that are stitched, these? Kind of hiding everything now, but have you under there maybe? And then just that on there. If you don't have a machine, you could just glue it on. You could just stitch it on by hand. There are lots and lots of threads hanging. I like that. You could go on and, like this, look. You could go in and trim them off and make it pretty. I might want a piece of something there as well. The thing is, when I sew it, it's all going to move around anyway. But so, you know, just like a snippet roll, I'll probably have a few bits. If you've seen me do the snippet roll, I'll probably have a few bits on my knee. See, that's just a seam from a garment that I've taken apart. And this is the perfect thing. You know, hands up, would you throw that away? There are some of you out there that would be, oh, yes, absolutely. And others would be, no, throw it away. What do you mean? So, yeah, no camp is right or wrong, but yeah, that's what makes this fun for me. So, yeah, I've got this sat here. I'm going to attempt to, like I say, this is the first time I've done it with all these little bits, but I can't see it being a problem. It's no different really, is it, from it? In fact, I'm hoping it'd be easier than the snippet roll, because they fall all over the place. They never look stitched up like they do when I start them. So that, you know, you could cut that up and put that on. I could have just put 2 layers of that on there and made one. I might. This might be, you know, the next 3 or 4 different journal covers that I make, because I've got a lot to use up, as you know. Yeah, I'm going to stitch that on, and then, oh dear, what have I done to you? What have I done to you? I'm sticky on the back now, look. It'll be all right. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I've stitched it now. it's a little bit dark. It's still foggy here. If you saw yesterday's, the fog didn't lift all night, and it's still the same today. There's not very much visibility, so it's kind of affecting the light. Yeah, and actually I've just remembered Simba's out and it's very wet and horrible out there, so I'll have to let him in soon. I also left my camera not running but on my phone while I was doing all that sewing, so I don't know how much battery life I'll have left. Anyway, what have I done there? Twizzled it round. I had a brilliant idea, so I thought, to sew it down because of all these bits, covering it with some underskirt netting, or it's from a wedding dress that I got. What gave me the idea was, I think it was Scarlett. I'm pretty sure Scarlett's the first person I've seen do it. I've seen other people do it. Scarlett is Afraid Recycling. She's a sewist. Well, actually, she makes patterns and things. She's on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, I think I saw her do it first, making bags with the scraps, putting this over. So she didn't sew them together like that. She just put all the scraps on a piece of fabric, and then I'm pretty sure it might not have been now. Anyway, yeah, and put some light netting over it, and then just kind of free motion quilt stitch over it so that they're all caught, which I thought was a good idea to stop all this catching in my machine, which was a good idea. It was very easy to sew, but the finished result was very flat, which it was a nice result, but it wasn't, because I'd envisaged this with all the furry sticky out bits. Yeah, it wasn't what I wanted. So I've then gone in with various pairs of scissors and ripped and torn, stuck it in my finger, some of the netting off. I like it around the edge, to be fair. I might do it around the edge again. I've gone quite a lot over the edge there, look. But yeah, I liked the bits that stuck up, so some of them are still down a bit, but you know, it's very fiddly going in there. And when I cut myself, it was the last straw. But yeah, I folded it. It also, when it had all this on, I had to really break the fibres, so squeeze the envelope that it was on and break everything, especially for the spine. The spine is still a little bit, or what will be the spine, is still a little bit stiff there, so maybe be careful what you put, you know, in the centre of it when you're doing it. So yeah, it's for me anyway, so I think I'm going to like it, and I'll probably sit and pick at it the more I use it. So but when I had my machine out, and this is me, I can't stop myself. Which way up does this go? This one. I had that rest of this, I just cut a piece of it off to put on another one of those envelopes. As you saw, I had a few there. It didn't quite fit to the top. What did I do? You know, I cut it there, and then at the top I've just put some, what's that? Anyway, some more of my scrappy bits, as I've got loads of them here. Scrappy bits, one of these lovely frills. I think Tanya sent me those, pretty sure she did. Some bits of lace that were, as you saw, kicking about. That was sat there. Yeah, I can put more stitches on it if I want to. I can cut that off if I don't want it. But I made another cover with everything. That's got a bit of that on it, actually. I must have put some of that on. With everything loose this time. When I say that, I mean, what's it called? I think it is underskirt netting. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, let me know if it's called something else. So yeah, this has got all the big floppy bits, all still loose, which is really what I wanted. So now I've got two. I am going to sew signatures in them, but I think I'm nearly out of battery. So what I will do is I'll post this for you to see, and then I will sew the signatures in and film it and put that up tomorrow for you. Okay, let me know what you think. Do you love them? Don't say you hate them. Do you not like them? Have you got loads of these that you would like to use up? Or maybe I've just given you some ideas of stitching them all together like that. I'm sure I've shown you that before, but yeah, do you hate waste like me? Well, I was thinking, let me just have a think before I finish the film. Where is that beautiful? I mean, they're all beautiful, but this one I was saving for me, wasn't I? That Deb's made me. Let's just seeing if I can go on one of these. It would, wouldn't it? It's beautiful on that one. Both of these are for me. Greedy girl. But yeah, like I say, they're going to be my... I'm going to journal in them. Did I tell you I'm going to journal in them? I've got some paper, which I think... let me know if it was you. I think somebody sent me these papers. in a, you know, and with my birthday tag. I'm reasonably sure. I might not be right, but if it was you, let me know. So yeah, I thought these would be nice in here. I'm just going to put a front page. I was only doing one, so I only bought enough papers for one, from the Country Diary, which has got lots of writing space on it, just so that, you know, when I first open it, I don't see all my my daily I was going to say calorie count, but no, how many I'm going to write in it how many steps I've done, how much water I've drunk, you know, if I've been on plan, what, you know, what I've eaten that was brilliant, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know how long it will last. I'm hoping it will last a long time, but it will definitely love that on there. The more I look at it, the more I love it. It will definitely get me through January. Right, I'm going to have to glue it on, I think. I could put a brad through. I think I'll glue it and put a brad through. Anyway, you'll see it tomorrow when I put the pages in. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to make it my daily journal, health journal. And like I say, one won't last me that long, so you know, maybe I'll have one a month. We'll see. That will be using these up, wouldn't it? Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and you know, have a lovely day. Bye for now.